Hey, welcome to Bearded Goat Trail Running. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Adam.
And we're here to hang out again on Friday morning. Yeah, it's been kind of an interesting couple of weeks and whatnot. And tomorrow we're looking forward to doing a 15 to 20-ish mile run on trails. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's on the Finger Lakes Trail. It's a section we've done before, but I think we did about 23 miles before.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we're going to cut off 3 really boring road miles and then like basically a hike up a dirt road, which was just a horrible end to a beautiful run.
I'm pretty sure you dragged me up that and I was kicking and screaming the whole way.
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe just complaining. Either way.
Well, Jenny wasn't feeling good the last time we did this. I think you had some issues with either heat or food. No, it was cold. So probably food or just maybe you're a little dehydrated. Anyways, it was a really boring last 3 miles. So anyways, it's a beautiful run. We're going to go do it tomorrow. And good timing, too. It's just started to cool off here in upstate New York. And it's still nice during the day. It's been in the 70s, but, nice cool mornings. And in the shade in the woods, it's really nice. It's just perfect running weather, just about, maybe a little warm. But we went out yesterday and did like 6 miles, and it was really nice.
So. It was one of my favorite runs of the year so far. So, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I've got my standard question. I'm going to ask Jenny and put her on the spot.
Oot.
So if you were going to go anywhere and money was no object, actually it is. You have $5,000.
Oh, boy.
And you can only go for 3 days. And you've got to include airfare, which we're going to make up. We're not even going to bother looking at. But you got $5,000, right? 3-day trip. Where are you going?
I think today I want to go to the California Redwoods.
Cool. Have you ever been there?
No, I've driven through. We were driving down to Eureka, and we drove through the Redwoods, and I mean, it was just beautiful. And I have no idea if there's trails out there. I want there to be trails, so maybe I'll research that. And it just kind of struck me like nice rolling hills, huge trees. Sounds fun.
All right, fair enough.
How about you?
I should have been thinking about this when we were talking. All right, $5,000. That's a pretty big budget for a short trip.
It is.
So I'm going to go international.
Oh, boy.
I am going to go to the Alps. That's it. It's so
for 3 days. What about altitude?
Doesn't matter. I'll be in and out before my body even notices.
You'll be in and out before you start vomiting.
Yeah, no, I'd go do it. It wouldn't have to hit the peaks, but it's been on my mind with the races recently, and I don't know if I ever want to do like one of the big races there. But
oh, really?
I think it'd just be neat to go there and see it. Like it's so picturesque, and just some of those trails, it looks so nice, and it's I don't know, like there's something to be said for remote areas. Like I really like being out in areas that are fairly remote, but it's also, I think, neat to be somewhere where there is like a support system of, there's, I don't know, hotels or huts, things like that. I think that'd be pretty neat to be up in the mountains.
I suppose that's why I want to do the Transalps though, because then at least you have the support kind of crew there.
Yeah.
And if we haven't mentioned it before, the Transalps is like the Trans Rockies in that it's a staged race, but this goes through the Alps. So we had been planning on doing it next year, but instead we're going to get married. So,
I mean, yay!
Anyway.
Yeah.
But it does sound like a lot of fun. I think it's slightly different logistics and whatnot. I think you stay in hotels instead of camping. Not sure about that though.
Yeah, and you can do this on your own. I've looked at some other places where you can do like fast packing type stuff. So you could like stay at a hut and then either go from place to place, or you could like go out for day runs and come back. Or if you want to, like actual fast pack / trail run, you just carry what you need on your back, which sounds all right. I've never run with a whole lot. Like the most I've run would probably be for like ultras with like maybe 10 or so pounds. So I think over that you start feeling pretty burdened. But I don't know. There's some people out there who can run with packs. So I don't know if that's my thing or not. How about you?
I don't mind it. I think you have more of a problem with it. I think because I usually wear my packs a little bit lower, it sits closer to my hips, that it doesn't super affect my back. So yeah, I mean, I've carried fairly heavy packs before, very heavy for ultras, more than 10 pounds worth of gear. Yeah, lots of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have one thing that would be fun to talk about.
All right, let's hear
So next week, or I guess a week from tomorrow, I'm heading out to Atlantic City, which if anybody's been out there, as far as I can tell, and I've never been there
I'm gonna
before,
look.
it's very flat.
Trail running in Atlantic City.
Oh my gosh, if you get any results.
Like, I know there's the boardwalk. I've never been there. But
Mhm.
560 running trail. Oh, Matt might
Yes,
run.
please.
No way.
Yeah, so when I went to go look at it, there's a couple of preserves that are nearby, but there was no indication that there was trails through them. So I'm going to have quite an interesting go at finding places to run in Atlantic City.
It looks like there's I bet there's bike paths. I bet that's what it is. A lot
and
of
beach trails. So, I mean, it'll be like my trail running will be kind of, the obstacle will be running in sand,
Yeah.
which is definitely
It's not bad for toe shoes, though.
I might go barefoot.
Huh?
Ooh.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I've never been to Atlantic City, but I'm not going to trust their beaches.
I trust no beaches. Yeah, I had something to say and just totally blanked out.
Yeah.
The reason she's doing this. So anyways, we're doing a trail marathon out in the Catskills in the very first weekend in October before we go to Colorado for unrelated trail running reasons. But yeah, we're doing a trail marathon out there. The Cat's Tail should be a blast. I did it last year. It's a marathon and with about 7,000 feet of gain. So really cool. Hit a bunch of peaks and just a really, really fun run. So
yeah. I'm going to be in an Airbnb beforehand, which is nice. But I mean, the Catskills are beautiful. So
yeah, and it's a pretty cool way to take a trip out there. Obviously, we're local. It's a 3-hour drive for us. But if you're coming from the city or you flew into the city or even like Boston, somewhere like that, you can get into the Catskills and take a trip out there for fairly cheap.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy. So we're big fans of Airbnb. Highly recommend it. But if that's not your thing, you can use VRBO or maybe find a hotel in one of the larger towns.
Mm-hmm.
But you can take a trip over a weekend, and you could do it for like $500.
Oh yeah, easily.
And there's some prime trail running out there. There's some great stuff going on, and that would include like food, all that. So, I mean, if you're in the area in drivable distance, that would obviously save you money if you don't have to rent a car or anything. But even from the city, you could probably take the train up.
I know you could take the train up towards like Hudson Valley area. I'm not sure.
And then I don't know how you'd get into the Catskills. There's probably buses or something like that. So anyways, that's another good trip idea. So, I like that for a $500 for like 2 people for a weekend getaway. That's these days, in my mind, at least, not
steal.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then that area too, there's some awesome stuff to do. So like rafting, things like that.
And for those of you who like to pamper yourselves afterwards, don't worry. There's plenty of spas and nice places to get massages and whatnot after said trail running.
Gotcha.
Oh, and food. Lots of good food.
Well, I don't see any questions on the page. So, I mean, if you got anything else you want to say?
No, not really. I was just going to complain about being in Atlantic City for a vacation. But
yeah, so if anybody's got some recommendations, Jenny can obviously use them.
Please.
Cool. All right, well, we'll wrap it up and we'll see everybody next week.
Bye, everyone.